can't believe it.
Oh my gosh, he has teeth or something in there.
All right, I want to welcome you to this episode of BTR Outdoors. On this episode, I'm going to be installing the 12.5 inch accessory track from Railblaza. I got this at Academy for about $13 or so, and looking at all the different ones, I think this is going to fit my kayak the best. And what I'm hoping for is to be able to put a couple of attachments. I really haven't decided which ones are going to go here, but I'll show you where I'm going to put it, and then we'll go over how easy or how hard it is to install it and how's it work. So let's get started. All right, for this project, all we're going to need is a drill, a 1/8 drill bit. We got us a pencil to make some marks, screwdriver, the hardware, and some JB Weld silicone. And then I picked up this 12-inch track by Railblaza. I'm not sure how you say that. Accessory track. That's what I'm going to try to mount my, I'm not really sure, either my camera and transducer or the transducer and the depth finder. So I'm not sure, but I picked this up at Academy. I think it was around $13. But reading the instructions, it sounds pretty simple. But anytime you do have to drill holes in your kayak, it kind of makes you nervous. But let's get going and see what we can get into. Okay, I'm thinking about installing it about right here. That's probably the flattest place I have to install it. And still, if I do put everything out to this side, I think it's going to still stay away from when I'm paddling. And that will allow me to put a couple of accessories right there. So you can see where my seat is, my forward rod holder. These are my foot pegs, which my feet are, my legs are so long, they're pushed all the way back, and plus I have this little cleat here. So I'm thinking this is probably about the only place I really have to put it. So this is where I'm going to try. Right now I'm going to go get it marked up and start drilling the holes. Okay, so lining up is probably the hardest thing for me to do, is because I have a hard time eyeing stuff. But I want to have enough room to slide it out this way or this way. Like I said, my accessories are probably going to be towards this size, on this side, to stay away from my paddle when I'm paddling. And like I said, this is about the only place I really have to put it where it's flat. So I want to set it where I got enough room to slide stuff out there without hitting that cleat. So think about right there. Everything feels pretty flat. And mark these holes. I think I got one more. Put it under my finger right there. Okay. I'll probably drill one, check it, just to make sure, because I don't want any mistakes. The hardware I have, I'm hoping I can reach it since I have access ports right here and then one right in front of the rod holder. It's basically just a screw where I could just screw those in if I wanted to, but since I'm thinking I'm going to be able to reach it, I have a washer and a lock nut. So I'm going to try to install that where it's on there really good. Like I said, I do have access to it from here. I got big hands, so we'll see how that's going to work, but that's what my plan is as of right now. Okay, let's make the first hole. This is with the 1-inch drill bit. All right. All right, good. That's good and tight. All right, I got the first screw going. I'm not going to screw it all the way in there. Right now I'm just trying to line up all the holes so I know I have it straight and exactly where I want it. And then after that I'll take it back off. I'm going to silicone everything and then we'll place it back on there and put the screws back in there. Screw this or drill this hole. Alright. What I noticed is when you're trying to put these in, they don't want to go. And what I mean by that, as I'll show you, is you're screwing them down and they keep wanting to hit the tracks right there. What you got to do is I had to take a little screwdriver, pry them apart just enough to pop them down in there. All right, everything looks good on that. Let's drill these last two holes. Let's make sure all these don't fit. Good. And like I said, right now I'm just screwing them down in there just to make sure everything fits. Then I'll take everything out. Let's give me a little problem. Let's see. There she goes. All right. So that's on there pretty straight. Like I said, when I'm going to pull this up now, and I'm going to put silicone on it, lay it back down, and screw them all in there. Since I know I got all the holes straight, and then pop those screws down into the tracks so they're hidden, kind of like this first one right here. And we'll get going. Okay, I got all my screws popped in. And as you can see, I hope it's not too blurry, is they're a little bit too big. So you just have to pry, put a screwdriver like right up in here, push it just apart, just a little bit, and the screws pop in, and they're not going anywhere. Okay. Now I'm going to take some of this JB Weld 100% silicone, and I'm just going to put a thin layer, especially around the holes, right there, and then we'll put it into place and screw everything down, and then we'll do the hard part where we got to reach under and put the washer and the lock nuts on. All right, so let's get these. Well, first let's put the silicone in. Okay, let's get these popped in. All right, I think that one's going. And you want to hand tighten these. You don't want to use your drill because you don't want to strip out these holes or make them any bigger. Right now I'm just getting them pushed all the way through. Then we'll try to put those washers and lock nuts on there, that's going to be fun. But I really want to do that because it's going to make it a lot more secure. Okay, all the screws are about flush with the bottom. Like I said, I won't have enough through so I can get that washer and nut on. So there we go. 4 screws. The hard part is reaching under here and trying to put the washers and nuts on. And I already know I'm going to drop some, so I already got my little magnet. So hopefully I can retrieve them. But trying to put the washer and the lock nut on there is going to be another story. All right. If you had smaller hands, okay, come on. We can do this. Oop. Okay. You guys don't know where it's staying. All right, got the first one on. It's not tight, but we got the first one on. So, let's see if I can get the next one. Yeah, this one's a little bit more. Okay, I got the washer on. Okay. I got it on. It's not tight, but let me try to move the camera so I can get full access to these and see if I can't get them, the rest of them done. And then when I come back, I should hopefully have it finished. This might take me a while, but for y'all, it's only going to take a snap of a finger. All right, so I'm not quite finished. But I'm on the last one. And this is going to be the hardest. So I thought I'd show you how I'm reaching in there. I have a socket inside, and I'm putting it on. But first I gotta get this on there, and we'll go from there. Like I said, this is the last one. If I do drop it, they seem to fall right to the middle. Easy to retrieve. That's about the max of my reach. Oh, what's going on? It's kind of cold outside. My nose is running. I can't believe I got that going. Oh, I got sniffles. All right. Now the hard part is I got my little ratchet. Okay, I got it. My goodness. It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be. But this thing is on there now, and that's worth all the trouble is to have this secure, because I'm going to have some expensive stuff on there. Either a camera, a transducer, or a depth finder. So I want this thing secure, and right now it is secured. All right. So since I have kind of an idea how to do this now, I mean, it's not too bad. The hardest part is reaching into the kayak to tighten the bolts and stuff, or the nuts. Other than that, it was pretty easy to install. It is really secure, which I love. Now, if you can't reach into your kayak, if you have one of the kayaks, or you decide to put it somewhere where you can't reach in to tighten it, they have the self-tapping screws that you could use. But luckily enough, this is where I wanted it, and I could reach in there and really get this thing secure, which I probably already said half a dozen times, but that's really important to me. All right, so there you go. Not too bad. I'm glad I went with this one. I did pick out a couple more, but I took them back because they just wouldn't work on this kayak. All right, I want to thank you for watching this episode of BTR Outdoors. I hope you learned something. which I did. This is the first time I've ever put any kind of tracks on kayak, and other than trying to reach in and tighten up the nuts and bolts, it went on really easy. So it's not that difficult. And like I said, if you can't reach in, you can always use the self-tapping screws. I have a couple more videos I want to make of trying to deck out my kayak for the spring fishing, which I really can't do any fishing this month because of my job, and it's kind of cold. Like right now it's a little chilly. We did have a little bit of snow, I guess you could call it snow, yesterday, but I have a couple more videos planned, so by the time March gets here, I'm gonna be ready to go, see if I can catch some fish out of this kayak. So, but thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, hit that like button. It really helps my channel out a lot. And if you're a returning viewer, I want to say thank you. Thank you for watching these videos. And as always, I hope you learned something. I hope you decide to get out there and just have fun in the outdoors. And it don't always cost a lot of money. You can do a lot of this work yourself. All right, until next time, we'll catch you later.